Welcome everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss about how I created the sign up process in my eShop project. So I will discuss how the sign up project works and we will check whether that works perfectly. So before creating an account using the sign up process, I will show you the accounts that I have already created in the eShop project, so we can see whether our function works properly or not. So if I go to the users table, I can see there's two users as John Lincoln and Pasan Udawatte. So I will see whether the function works clearly. So let's add the first name as just test, just test one, and the last name as last one, and the email as test email, and the password as, and we can add the mobile as, and we can select the gender as, and if I click sign up, we get a message as success. So let's move into our database and see if we have successfully added this user into our database. So when I refresh this, I can see the account that I created earlier. And in our database, we can see the first name, last name, email, password, mobile, and the join date. I will explain how this join date works later in this video. And we have the status and gender ID. Gender ID means that actually we have two genders in our database as male and female, and we have created the relationship between the user and the users and the gender table. That's this status is something related to the user, whether that user is active or not. I will explain that in a later video in this eShop series. So let's see how I program this to work like this. So I explained about the sign up box in the earlier video. It basically has those the design that I created, and I have used PHP to actually get the gender types as a select option. So for that, actually the first thing we need to is to create a database connection, and I have used connection PHP to create a database connection, and then I have required it in the index stage. After that, I have at the database search, and I have assigned that to the rs variable, and I have used the for loop to display all those data that we got from our database, and I have used PHP core to display all those data we got from them. And to do the sign up correctly, we have used the sign up function. And let's move to our JavaScript file and see how the sign up function works. In this sign up function, actually we get all the data that the user enters, and we assign them to some variables. So in here we can see there are several IDs when signing up, and we have catched those with the IDs and then assign these to some variables. And with an inform data, we use added, and here we check about the state change, and we have something here. And the main thing is that we send this data to the sign up process PHP using post method, and we have written through because we use Ajax. So if we move to the sign up process.php, we can see we have required our connection PHP and then assign the data we got from the post method for some variable, and we have given some conditions here. We use this condition to ensure that the valid data is entered and the required fields are filled and nothing is empty. And here we will check whether the entered data is already in our database. It means that the user has already signed up. So if that's so, we say that user is the same mobile number or email already exists here. And for the date time part that we saw in our database, we use this part to create the date and time that the user signed up with our web application. And if the user haven't already signed up before, then, and if the data that the user entered are valid, then we will use this database input update delete part to insert those data to our database, and if that works well, we will go as success. And that's how basically our sign up part works. Thanks for watching.